Big Dash, no I'm not Dame, puffin' on that Wheezy like Lil Wayne. Welcome to More Life Mondays, and here is the quote of the week. Okay, so this week the quote is, "They got money for war, but not to feed the poor," by Tupac Amaru Shakur, the Black Hope. Shit, that's gonna end up being Black Jesus in the future. Just watch, just watch.
More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything.
Welcome to More Life Mondays. I'm your boy Dash Cash here. Another week, shit. Episode 5. We gonna keep it going. We going strong. Shit. So my week this past, it's like, shit. I just had a friend I feel like trying to scam me. That shit crazy. It's not confirmed, but man, you gotta watch your back for friends though. You never know, man. Shit. Niggas be claiming they your bros. Shit. But really they your foes. Nigga, shit. Always keep that eye on the back of your head, shit. And then also, shit, take that deep dive, look into whatever they saying, cause shit, sometimes like niggas, I don't know, I ain't gonna dive that much into it, shit, cause it ain't confirmed or nothing, and shit. And I don't want to be putting no allegations on my niggas. They know who they is. That's out there doing this bullshit. Um. Anyways, though, this past week, shit at my job, shit, I got that little 9 to 5 at the grocery store. I've been telling y'all about. So, my manager came up to me. She was like, "Yeah, I see you been getting frustrated and everything. I just want to let you know, like, we appreciate you. And, I could tell you frustrated at the whole job, just people not really putting forth an effort when they see me going hard and shit." And I told her, like, yeah, I mean, shit, just niggas doing dumbass shit, bro. It's motherfuckers that's been there for years. They acting like they just started the day before and shit. Like, bro, it's ridiculous. Like, niggas got to get on their shit. Then like a few months ago, I know they offered me like a management position. Shit, for real, it's been more than a few months, but I know my boss was saying shit. Just wait till the holiday season over. We'll rediscuss it and shit. She asked me about that too. Was I trying to start the training? I'm like, shit, we're gonna have to hold off on that. I mean, they could teach me some new things like scanning products or whatever. I don't know. It don't really matter. Shit, but as far as taking that commitment to actually being a manager, I'm cool right now. Like, I might have to pass on that because I got the podcast. I got to keep on giving that shit to y'all every single week. That take time. That's like a second job right there. And then on top of that, it's just they gonna probably have to fire their whole management team down there because just niggas is shitty there. Like, they just don't be on their shit like they should. For all the employees, even myself included, it's probably things I can improve there, but they don't let nobody know directly what they doing wrong. Like, shit, work with these niggas. Like, do some quality control to make sure motherfuckers actually doing their job right. Shit, it's just ridiculous. What else this week? Shit, been dealing with my son. Shit. Was talking about him. Shit, acting up, talking back and shit. Maybe last week or the week before, or some. It's kind of like I feel like these YouTube shows though might have a nigga acting out though, cause like them kids on there, they be shitting on their parents. Most of them be shitting on their motherfucking parents. Except for Ryan, that might be the only one. Like, if y'all got kids, shit, they watch Ryan's World or anything, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, he probably the only one that ain't shitting on their parents, but like, still the parents act weird. They act like kids on there. Um, the main ones he watched like Jason and Alex, where Lil Bruh be shitting on his parents on there. He act wild. The parents act like they ain't gonna discipline this nigga. Shit, just dumb shit. It's another one called Roma and something. It's a little girl and boy. They be shitting on their daddy. Who else? Vlad and Nikki shitting on their mama. Bruh, just I feel like that's causing these kids to like act wild, disobedient, like it's teaching them to be on that fuck shit. And also, it's no educational shit in them. Now, like Ryan, he just now started getting some educational shit put in there now that he's older. So, shit, he kind of like the best one for real. Like, if y'all got kids, I would say y'all should have them watch that Ryan shit or maybe Blippy. I don't know, Blippy be teaching kids shit. But Cincinnati news for y'all that live here, man. If y'all came up in the 90s or shit early 2000s, y'all was born around then, shit, y'all probably know of Cincinnati Mills and shit. And when that shit was popping, they had everything, hella stores, movie theater shit. They tearing that shit down, man. I'm salty as fuck. Shit, that was a staple of the childhood. We used to stay going up there, either go to the real movies or shit. We go to the little $2 show that they had up there. What else? They had a grocery store there. They had a little amusement park up there. Hella shit to do for real. Shit, man. Staple of my childhood. Kind of made me want to cry a little bit, man. Gotta do. Also, shit. Y'all don't forget to rate, review, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Also, check out the Instagram. Follow me on there. I do follow back too. Shit, if y'all follow me, you know, shit, y'all fucks with me. Also, if you're an artist or anything, connect out. I'm looking to expand this podcast a little bit more soon. So, shit, I can start having more guests on everything. We're going to be switching studios soon. Shit, so y'all hit me up for that. Also, check out this podcast called Rap Parlay. That's by my homie, H to the O, and his buddy, Bruce Midnight. They got that together. They had an artist on there, a local artist from Cincinnati named Dayo Gold. He was on there this past week. I seen him perform before. Also, my homie H2Y, I done seen him perform shit. Check out both of them. Links is to the left. So go ahead and follow them. What else? Let's go ahead and get into it this week. Let's start it off with sports. I seen, what was it, like last week or the week before, James Harden, he had got traded to the Sixers for Ben Simmons and a few other pieces. I was wondering how that was going to play out because the Sixers, they gave up Seth Curry, and he know how to smack threes. I feel like that's shit. They giving up some shooting, but they still got defenders on their team. And then James Harden is a monster. Like, when he really want to play, that, like, that nigga's a beast and shit. But I seen they got a 5-game winning streak going. They've been strapping niggas. They just strapped the Cavs. I think they strapped the Knicks. I forget the other teams, but you know, I mean, shit. They've been playing some scrubs though, for real. Except for the Cavs. The Cavs been good this year, but we gonna see how they play out. Maybe they'll do something in the playoffs. We'll have to see. What else? NBA news. Lakers, they been losing. Shit. They should have made some trades. They should have got some shooters. Should have never got Russell Westbrook. Probably shouldn't have traded for AD. Now that I'm thinking back on it, even though they did get a ring with him, they probably shouldn't have traded for that nigga. And the reason being is just because he injury prone. Like, shit, I seen that he been injury prone for fucking ever. So shit, they should probably left him where he was at and just tried to sign him, so they could have still had some of their young pieces there. Cause Lonzo, you see, he balling out. Shit, he always been good on the defense, but he even better now. Then he always could pass the ball real good, but he's even better now. So shit, you could have had him setting niggas up. Bron wouldn't even have to worry about pushing the ball down the court, cause shit, Lonzo gonna push that shit down for him, pass it off. LeBron could truly work on his shooting and shit at that point. And you know, he'll be setting AD up. If AD had a bomb ass point guard, shit, nigga, Lonzo could have had AD truly being an MVP candidate out there. What else? They could have still had BI, Brandon Ingram. They had him. Shit, that's points. That's buckets. Now I don't know, like, if he would have really took that back seat, cause like he pretty much the main nigga in New Orleans right now. Cause Zion been injured forever, for fucking ever. Like, that nigga barely played. He might have just played his first game the other day, if I ain't mistaken. I don't know. I think I seen that though in the news though the other day. I'm not sure, but Zion being injury prone. Apparently he don't really want to play in New Orleans anyway. So shit, you never know. But they should have kept Bi though on the Lakers. Who else? They gave up Josh Hart. Josh Hart cool on defense. He could have been somebody coming off the bench. They let Caruso go after last year. They should have kept that nigga. He good on defense too, bro. It's just the Lakers fucked up. Now they on a 4-game losing streak. I know they lost to the Clippers twice. Them bum ass Clippers, bro. Like I don't see how LeBron and them let that shit happen, but it is what it is though. They might as well go ahead and lose out. Uh, they swapped picks with the Pelicans this year, so shit. If both of them play trash, I mean, no matter what, the Lakers will have a lottery pick. So shit. Hopefully we get somebody solid in the draft. Baseball news. I don't really talk about baseball on here too much, but I seen they got the lockout going. The players and the association couldn't come to an agreement on the new CBA, so it's gonna be a lockout. They canceled the first 2 series of their season, which a series in baseball is like 6 games. So a team will play like 2 teams. They gonna play 6 games back to back, 3 on one field, 3 on the other field, and then they move on to the next series. So like that's 12 games altogether and shit. They be playing damn near every day. Sometimes they got 2 games in a day, because baseball got like 180 games, I think, a season, if I am mistaken. But them first 2 series been canceled. They're not too sure what's gonna happen currently right now. Shit, they gonna have to see. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Baseball news. Boston Red Sox, they had a minor league player that they cut named Brett Netzer. He got released because he had some offensive remarks, which were homophobic and racist tweets. Let's see. He attacked the chief baseball officer, and he said he was a bad actor and a fraud while targeting his Jewish identity, which I done said before. You can't come for the Jews at all. They will get you the fuck up out of here and shit real quick. No offense to the Jews though. Don't get me the fuck up out of here. Uh, what else? He also attacked the chief officer. Name is Chain Bloom. I guess he attacked the Bloom dude for supporting Black Lives Matter, and because dude supports the LGBTQ community. Um, the Netzer guy, he said shit. He rather just go ahead and come out and say that he's racist now. He's tired of acting like a fraud and shit. He said, basically everybody's a little racist, which I done said that on here shit. I feel like everybody got some racial bias, whether they admit to it or not. Shit, they do. I mean, you could put it in the form of jokes. Like, I got racial biases, but I don't want to see harm brought to anybody out here. Like, and you shouldn't. I'm not sure if bruh, he feel like he should harm these people or not. If it's fuck them, they can die. I don't know how bruh feel, but shit. I feel with any race, we got our little jokes, shit. We got our own biases, stereotypes, whatever. Just can't be bringing no harm to these people or trying to incite violence against these groups. That shit crazy. So they got that nigga the fuck up out of here though. His career is through. And if you play for the minor league, shit, you at least on the right path to making it to the big leagues. So he basically just threw his motherfucking career away. Unless he a beast ass nigga, that's the only way he'll make it back. Is if he a beast ass nigga. And apparently he's not apologizing for shit. So, I fucks with that though. He ain't apologizing. He's standing on his words. I fucks with that. But nonetheless though, watch what you say out here. On to the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, he's looking to become the highest paid player of all time. Apparently he's going to sign back to Green Bay. That's how it's looking, per Adam Schefter and shit. Y'all familiar with him? Adam Schefter from ESPN. Said Rodgers, I forget how big the contract is, but nonetheless, he looking to be the highest paid motherfucker, so he ain't leaving the Packers. Even though they continue to lose, this nigga never went in the playoffs. And shit, the most he'll do is probably take them to a championship game and then lose. Shit, he won the one Super Bowl and never made it back to the Super Bowl. And Aaron Rodgers, he a beast. Shit, probably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But he ain't fucking with my nigga Tom Brady at all. He ain't fucking with the GOAT. And on to the GOAT. They said my nigga might come back this season, which would be dope. Shit, I did want to see him play at least one more year, because I think he still got potential to do some damage. Shit, he was second in MVP in the MVP race this year. So he might as well come back at least one more year just to see what they're gonna do. Um, but he should come back to the Bucks. And apparently they're saying he might come back try to play for the 49ers because that was his childhood team he fucked with. He always wanted to play for them. But they didn't want to give up Jimmy G before. But now they're willing to. So he's looking to possibly have a trade go on where the Bucks trade him for Jimmy G. I know the Bucks said they ain't fucking with that. They ain't trading him. Period. If he do come back, shit, he'll have to play for them. So, we'll see how that goes though. Uh, Lastly, in sports, some UFC news. Um, this weekend had Jorge Masvidal, Jorge Masvidal, whatever his name is. Shit, he fighting Kobe Covington. That shit already happened by the time this pod come out. I'm going for Jorge though. Shit, I fucks with him though. I think he lost his last couple fights or whatever, but he a beast though. Shit, and a good trash talker. So I'm gonna check that out. Also, Cain Velasquez. Shit, that was the nigga when I was growing up in UFC. Shit, I remember he had it's like a 10 fight win streak or something like that. Then he beat my nigga Brock Lesnar or something like that. Or no, I think he might have fought Junior though. I don't know. I'm fucking it up, but Cain Velasquez was a beast. He came to wrestling a few years ago. I know he was doing the lucha libre shit. Then he moved on to WWE. They cut him when the COVID shit happened, but nonetheless, he is under fire, and also he was under arrest. Shit, a warrant came out for him for attempted murder. Apparently, it was a guy though that worked at a daycare. They were molesting his little cousins and shit. Or they say relatives, but it's his little cousin, apparently, or niece or some shit like that. They were molesting him, so I could see why Cain Velasquez would want to kill this nigga, want to beat him up. Apparently, he started shooting. He started blasting at him. First chance he got. Now the people are suing him. It's a tough situation. They got to find out the truth. But I stand with Cain on this one. I said, if a nigga or bitch, whoever, shit, they molested my kids, that's the death penalty. Shit, you asking for me to pull up on your ass for sure. Like, just involving kids, like, period. Shit, you beat on them, if you rape them, anything, shit, you deserve the harshest punishment out there. And that's probably in the Bible right there. I'm not sure, y'all gotta fact check that, but if you out there raping and shit, I'm pretty sure that's the harshest penalty, and y'all know what that is. So that's it though for sports this week. Some of these weeks we're gonna be trying to give out like roses to people. Y'all know what roses is. We give people appreciation for everything they done. It could be in entertainment, it could be just in society in general. Shit, niggas that's making moves, shit to inspire other people. This week I'm gonna have to throw that shit to Tyler Perry. Just cause what made me even give it up to him, shit, was watching that new Medea movie this past week. That's on Netflix. I think it's called Medea's Homecoming or something. I don't know. It's on Netflix, so check out that new Medea. Was watching that, and it just had me thinking like how Tyler Perry, he built this shit from the ground up. I remember when I was a youngin', I think back in like 2nd or 3rd grade, that was the first time we seen his plays and everything. Started with that Medea's Family Reunion and that Meet the Browns and what else? The Medea's Class Reunion. They should have made a movie to that, because I fucked with that one. That play was funny as shit back in the day. But he done built that up. Started with just that. I know he teamed up with Lionsgate back in the day, so they was producing his movies, pushing it out. He had his own TV shows. He still do got his own TV shows. He pretty much then took over the BET network. And most importantly, he got his own studios down in Atlanta. People come to him to film they shit now down there. I know, was it the Coming to America was filmed there. What else? Some Will Smith movie was filmed there too. I'm not entirely sure which one. But other shit, I think parts of some of the Marvel movies was shot down there if I am mistaken. But he got a whole big ass little city built up though. That's nothing but studios to film movies, TV shows, whatever. So shouts out to them. He get the roses and the appreciation this week. Next up, we got entertainment. So Kodak Black, he had an interview this past week. He had dropped a freestyle though, and within that freestyle, because he was dropping gems, he said T.I. and Big Boy tried to get him canceled and kicked off his label, and it was because of the Lauren London shit from a couple years ago when Nipsey got killed, and I think Kodak was on IG Live. He was saying shit like how Lauren London she bad and he's still a fuck and shit like that. Even though he didn't know he was getting recorded and he was on live, it was one of his friends live. Shit, so really that's his friend fault for that shit even coming out. But he was saying shit, he'll still holler or whatever shit after she got over that shit. Which this real nigga shit. I mean, you know shit. He keeping it honest, real. Most people would be too scared and pussy to even say that shit. Even amongst their friends. But nonetheless, T.I. tried to get him the fuck out of there back then and shit. And I remember they had the diss songs back and forth. Kodak was wilding shit. He was talking shit about Tiny. He was saying she ugly. He called T.I. sons gay and shit like that. Oh shit, I would have to smack the fuck out that little nigga if I was Tip. But them niggas tried to get him canceled though, which is some fuck shit. T.I. he seemed like he'd probably be on that fuck shit behind the scenes and shit. That's that bullshit. They tried to get him canceled because his Black Lives Matter comment and because he was supporting Donald Trump. But I don't support Donald Trump, but I can understand like, well, the shit he was doing for the rich people. Shit, if y'all are rich out there, he was helping y'all out tremendously with the taxes. But also, he got Kodak Black. He got Kodak Black out of jail. So I've been in jail a couple times, shit, and that was only for a few days. And within them few days, nigga, that shit feel like hell. Kodak Black was locked up for a minute. So I understand, bro, you doing whatever the fuck you need to do to get up out of that prison. Cause going to jail is like, that's slavery shit. I mean, they not necessarily working you as hard as the slaves was getting worked back in the day. But they tell you when you can get up, when you can eat, when you gotta shut the fuck up, when you can shower, all that shit. Bro, if you up out of your bed at night other than going to the bathroom, shit is gonna be bad for you. Nigga, they probably gonna beat your ass. Like, you gotta keep a wristband on. I remember when I was there, they told me shit, if you take the wristband off at all, nigga, that's automatically an extra week on your shit. So, bro, like, I understand this nigga want to get up through. On top of that, you probably got guards at your neck because they probably feel like you don't respect authority. For the people that's in his situation, any celebrity and shit, any hood nigga that's a celebrity, they go to jail, the guards probably don't fuck with you. So, I mean, shit, you want to get up through SAP, I understand completely. But they tried to get that nigga the fuck up through from his label. Obviously, it didn't work. Kodak Black just dropped a new album. Shit, I heard that is heat. I gotta turn that shit on. And, you know, shit, he back to bangers. What else? 50 Cent might be leaving Stars because they ain't cut the check. He done said that shit before where he was perping like he was finna leave Stars and shit. I always say that shit is cap. You know, shit. Cap. But 50 Cent be trolling hella. For motherfuckers that even believe that he might leave Stars is crazy just because this motherfucker be trolling too damn much. He gonna stay there. Shit, that's where his shows is thriving at. So he gonna keep on putting shit out on there. That shit ain't gonna change. What else? Lakeith Stanfield, he was wearing the women's clothing. I seen the photos. Shit, one of them he had on high heels. Another one, I think he had on like fishnets and a dress or some shit. Boy, that shit was gay. Gay. I can't do the women's clothing, nigga. Never, bro. And it seemed like shit that nigga been acting erratic for the past couple of years. I remember he had the gun pointed at the screen saying, I think he was gonna kill Charlemagne and some other shit. Just other wild shit. I can't name it all right now. But he been acting erratic though. Past couple years shit. I don't know. Maybe he sold his soul. Shit. Maybe he a clone. Shit, maybe his body double tweaking out right now. Shit, you never know. But shit, once they start dressing up in the women clothing, that's how you know they done sold they soul. and your boy will never go. Shit, you'll never see me in no motherfucking dress and high heels out this bitch at all. And shit, that's why Brandon T. Jackson, he left the game back in the day. He did that Big Mama's house and said that shit. Once he dressed up like a chick, he said that shit just was his whole life changed and shit. Just he could see the Illuminati vibes going through everything. And speaking of Brandon T. Jackson, him and Bow Wow, they going back and forth. Bow Wow was asked about making a lottery ticket too, and how come that shit ain't came yet. He said that him and Brandon T. Jackson ain't really cool no more, cause Brandon had found faith in everything and became a weirdo and shit. And I mean that's some bullshit, shit. If a motherfucker find whatever type of salvation in their life, you should still rock with them. Shit, I'm pretty sure it won't change much in your relationship as long as you communicate that, and as long as he ain't forcing it on that nigga Bow Wow and shit. And apparently that's what Brandon T. Jackson was saying. He ain't forced nothing. He said Bow Wow never called him no nothing. Pretty much was just like he was cut off and shit. And he said they could have still worked together. He said shit just because he got his faith or whatever and spirituality type shit. Because I'm a spiritual person too. Shit. Well, people probably be tired and shit of me saying whatever shit about I done found God and God helped me get to this and it ain't no way I can't believe in God and shit I pray such and such. I know shit my people probably done got tired of me saying that shit over the years and telling them shit that might be what they need to do to find their salvation. But I don't know, for me it worked. And shit, Brandon T. Jackson, he found his way. And Bow Wow on that fuck shit, he don't want to fuck with him, which is that fuck shit. Hopefully they work it out. Oh, and Brandon T. Jackson, he also had a little stand-up where he was roasting that nigga Bow Wow. Y'all gotta check that shit out, because it was funny and shit. What else? Snoop. More allegations against Snoop. It's from a Uber driver. Uber Eats. That's what it was. What happened? Snoop ordered food. The person, I think they never brought it or something. Or they was saying they couldn't deliver it to that area. I guess because somebody got robbed over there or some shit. Snoop stay in a nice area, so he was saying that's bullshit. He waited for a minute, but Snoop ended up attacking the person online. He put out who the driver was, all that information and shit, so people been getting that, bruh. Bruh say he feel like his life's been threatened and a whole bunch of other shit, so he suing that nigga Snoop for damages, shit. Now, with that being said, I could see Snoop being mad and everything and wanting to wild out. He probably shouldn't have threw this shit up on his platform though, just because he's so big. If he was a normal nigga like me, shit, or I ain't got no big following, then shit, it probably would be fine. But given that he got so many fans, loyal fans, niggas that's probably will die for him and shit. Cause motherfuckers be tripping. They be sucking the fuck out of their favorite artist, rapper. They idolize these people. So the Uber Eats dude, he just feel like he getting attacked. He got a fear for his safety, his family's safety, which I completely understand. So he's suing Snoop. Snoop got to think smarter with shit. Instead of trying to get them clicks and views, cause that's probably the main thing that was behind that shit, clicks and views. And shit, pretty much anything that you post online, the key component to why you doing that shit is so you can get the motherfucking clicks and views. Shit. That's the only reason why I'm posting this podcast. So I can get clicks, views, gain fans. Shit. Lead me to the next thing. What else? Entertainment, Slaughterhouse, they beefing. It's Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" against Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye. Cause Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye finna drop a CD and shit, and I think it's under the Slaughterhouse title though. But it's just gonna be them two. So Royce and Budden, they both mad about it. Been a little back and forth shit. They both accusing each other of lying. Both sides is. And they said, I know Joel was saying that they all was approached with a deal. Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" decided not to take the deal, while Joel and Crooked Eye did. Joe Budden and them saying they wasn't approached with the deal. It wasn't no final offer, no nothing. So they feel like they was gypped out of the situation and fucked over ultimately. Who knows, bro? Because it's always three sides to every single situation. And also Joe Budden, I know he do be on some bullshit. This nigga played his own friends and shouldn't fuck them over with the contract shit. So who knows with that? But that's all for entertainment this week. This week we got our quick history lesson. We're gonna talk about the guy who invented the traffic stoplight with the three lights on there. It's a black man named Garrett Morgan. So back in 1923, he created the new signal traffic light that will alert drivers when to yield, because before it was just the red light and the green light. So he had to put the yellow light in there, to let people know, be cautious, just slow down a little bit. He created it because he witnessed a carriage accident. It was in a busy intersection in Cleveland. So he made that shit while here in Ohio. Shout out to them Ohio boys from the Midwest. Let's see, his design, it inspired the modern three-way light that's currently used in the United States. It's used in Britain, Canada, plenty of other places. So shouts out to Garrett Morgan. That was the quick little history lesson this week. Next up, we got quick hits. So this week, quick hits. I only got a few, for real. So this week, it was a guy on an American Airlines flight. I heard that was he got a chance to upgrade his shit from economy to the first class, because he's a freaking flyer and everything. So shit, apparently he was flying with his wife as well. He got up doing his motherfucking wife and shit. He left her ass in the back. Bro, that shit crazy. I know my girl would be tweaking. She'd be wildin' if I did that shit. Bro was on that fuck shit, and I only added this in the quick hits just to let y'all know. Never leave your girl in the back. You never know what could happen. Shit, 9/11 could be happening all over again. How you supposed to save your family and protect your family if you ain't next to them watching what's going on? And shit. Next up in quick hits though, more airline news. Shit, Delta Airlines, they have forced 2 black chicks to the back of the plane. I'm like, damn, shit. That's crazy. Like, shit, what is this, the motherfucking 1800s? Shit, early 1900s and shit, we still forced to get to the back of shit? They forced them to the back of the plane because shit, the lady that was sitting next to him, which was a white lady, she said that she didn't have enough space on the plane to stretch out and shit. So she complained to the flight attendants. Flight attendants came up to the 2 black ladies, asked them could they move because such and such told them that they had 2 spots all the way in the back for them to sit in. And shit, the ladies got up and moved. Now, with that being said, them 2 ladies though, they paid for their seats. So you don't have to get up and move for nobody. Like, bro, if I paid for my shit and I want to sit there, but I'm not getting up for nobody. Now, it's times where I could be courteous, like, if you want your peoples to sit next to each other and shit, like, I might be able to switch you seats, but one, if I'm on the plane, I need a window seat, because I like to look out the window. And then also, I need to be getting another seat that's, like, either the same quality or higher quality. Bro, I'm not dropping all the way down to the back of the plane. Like, the back of the plane is the loudest, bro. That's where you hear that engine going loud as shit. Nigga, I'm cool. Shit's fucked up, but them black ladies, I mean, shit. Y'all should have stood up for yourself a little bit more. Stand up against the racist people, prejudiced people. Don't let them put you down or put you in the back of the plane. What else this week? Melinda Gates. She was upset with the fact that Bill Gates was meeting with Epstein. She said that she met with Epstein once along with Bill. They had both met up with him. And she said she just had the eerie feeling about him that shit just evil or whatever. I don't know. Type shit. With that being said, shit, she might be lying. Shit. Cap to the left. Cap. And shit on that one. Cause I heard like a couple years ago, like she just was tied in with the whole, like she was tied in with that shit, bro. I heard multiple stories about they was both meeting with that nigga Epstein constantly. They was both tied into the whole vaccine shit, trying to push that shit hella. Just a lot of fugazi shit with both Melinda and Bill Gates. So shit, she might be lying. Maybe I was thinking she might have went ahead and tried to divorce Bill Gates to just kind of separate her name away from the whole Epstein case and just get away from the whole situation. Now she putting out more stuff. She did like an interview and she was putting that shit in there. I mean, you could have been came out and said that shit about the Epstein stuff a while ago, and she might have, and maybe I just didn't hear about it or whatever. But it just seems so convenient now. You want to garner favor within the media and the masses, but you've been out here doing bullshit too. Like, bruh, don't trust none of these super rich people, them billionaires, bruh. They all tied in with the child fucking shit. Like, the motherfuckers, they all some weirdos, pretty much. They supported Epstein and whatever business, maybe they didn't sleep with the kids, but they still was funding his business or doing some sort of business with this man. And shit, back again to the Hillary and Bill Clinton. Them two tied in too. Who else? I mean, apparently Trump tied in shit to some degree. Even though he was trying to get them the fuck out of there when he was in office, from what I heard. Oprah was tied into that shit. Ellen DeGeneres. I heard Tom Hanks and his wife tied into that shit. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, they tied into that shit. So it's so many people, and people now probably gonna try to separate themselves from it or do whatever they can, shit, to get away from that shit. Cause once you tied into some kid shit, you tied into any type of child abuse shit, pedophile shit, beating women, raping women, Me Too shit, whatever, you through. It ain't no coming back. You see Kevin Spacey, bro, he through. And many others. They fucking done. Shit, Bill Cosby, done. Never coming back. Um, what else? Ukraine versus Russia. Um, it seemed like shit, that shit forever evolving, updating. It's so hard to keep up with. Only thing I know regarding Ukraine versus Russia, bombs was dropped and blacks was stopped. And by the blacks being stopped, I heard shit. They weren't letting them leave. I heard, what was it, the clip on the Breakfast Club? Shit, I think the guy was being stopped. And they was also hurling racial slurs towards the blacks over there, the Ukrainians. And it's just crazy shit. People want us to take their side. I mean, fucked up shit. Like, bro, it's kind of like before when they was saying stop the Asian hate. From what I've seen, Asians pretty much always discriminated against blacks. Like shit, you'll see it.
Hurry up and buy.
Motherfuckers going to the stores. Don't be a menace. Shit, they was even mocking that shit, bro. How the Asians will follow you around if you black because they think you gonna steal shit. Now, granted, that
Hurry
might
up
be
and
because of
buy.
what they see in the media, but and that's probably why other countries probably don't fuck with black Americans or whatever. I heard even Africans somewhat don't fuck with black Americans because what they see in the media, they think we all wild and crazy, ghetto, ratchet, whatever shit you want to call it. They feel like we on that shit. Um, shit, but I ain't into too much of the Ukraine versus Russia shit other than places getting bombed and what else shit. I seen Biden sent them, what was it, he aided them $350 million for the war, for their military and shit. Say they was dropping off guns to people in the streets and everything, which is just go back to the quote, bruh, by Pac saying shit, they got money for war, but not for the poor. Like, bruh, we got hella people out here that's starving, shit. People that's hungry in the streets, shit. People that they can barely make it. They living paycheck to paycheck, shit. We got people that's stuck on welfare, been stuck on it, can't get off because they got hella kids. So shit, even their kids is out here starving. But then even then you look at other countries, people starving, people dying from starvation. People ain't got no houses to live in. They getting killed by animals because they live in the wild and shit. But y'all got money to fund this motherfucking war and shit, man. Let Russia take their ass, bro. That's what it's all about, shit. We wouldn't be here today doing what we doing if England didn't fucking come and take America. If the Spanish ain't come over here, take the few spots they had, and then England fight them and get them spots too, shit would be fucked. Same thing with the French, man. Manifest destiny, nigga. Shit, that's what it's all about. And if the Ukraine ain't got the utensils to fight against Russia, shit. I mean, it is what it is. Shit, we got our own issues to worry about, you know. But God bless them all. That's it for quick hits. So this week on relationships, was having some conversations about, shit, using sex toys and shit like that. To men and females. My girl, shit, I done talked to her about it. She said she don't really use them for real. Like, that's not really her thing. But she know chicks that do use them. I know other chicks that be using that shit. It really depend. Like, for me, I mean, shit, women, they can get down, do their thing. Only thing that if my girl was using them, shit, I don't want her using no big ass fucking dildo or nothing like that. Shit, it's gonna make me think, shit, you must want that Rico Strong or something, shit. You doing that? Like, shit, shit, it's cool they keep that little bullet. I think she was saying they got some shit called the Rose. And it's crazy though, I think I just seen the picture pop up yesterday on my Instagram and shit. That was the first time I seen that shit, if I ain't mistaken. But they got some shit called the Rose. Talked to my homie, asked them shit. I done asked multiple homies if they use any sex toys. Now for me, I use the pocket pussy time to time and shit. I tell people all the time, man. Shit, if you're a dude, you looking to not be scheming out here in these streets. Shit, you wifed up. Or shit, it might just be a minute that you got your nut off. Shit, go get that pocket pussy. Shit, make sure it's lubed up though. Shit, if it's dry, that shit gonna be rough. Make sure it's lubed up. I think it come with some, but if not, nigga, throw a little bit of lotion, throw a little bit of Vaseline up in that shit, nigga, you good. Probably the Vaseline, preferably that though. That shit probably make it smoother, but nonetheless though, get that pocket pussy. Shit, it don't feel like the real thing. Nothing can ever compare it to the real thing. Nothing. But it's the closest thing. Nonetheless, shit, my homie though, he was saying shit. He used the cock ring. Shit, I had an ex that tried to get me to do that shit. I told her, hell no. Even the lady at Hustlers was like, yeah, it's not gonna hurt or nothing like that. No, bro, that shit do not look comfortable. And that's what my homie said. That shit's not comfortable. Then he started talking about how they got like the bullet and shit and the other little dildos and shit like that. And I thought my nigga was finna say his girl be using that shit on him. For a second, bro, I was gonna have to hit him with that. But damn, somebody alarm going off outside. Shit. Hope that shit don't fuck up the sound. But shit, I thought my nigga was finna say that shit was getting used on him. But he said, nah, they didn't try multiple shit, him and his girl. They be into it. Shit, I feel it. But sex toys ain't for me though. I don't need to use that shit. I'm more simple with it, shit. We just gonna start with a little bit of foreplay. Like, and this is for the actual sex. Like, we don't need to get into no BDSM. None of that extra shit. We don't need no handcuffs, nigga. Shit, none of that shit. Only thing I'm trying to do is get some neck, eat some cooch, and smash. And that's it. None of the extra shit. Is it possible to be in love with two people at the same time? Or just love two people? Shit, for me, it's possible. I mean, there's a point in time in my life where I felt like I could have been dating shit my current wife to be. This was like 5-6 years ago though. I felt like I could be shit fucking with my wife to be right now and my ex at a certain point in time. Shit, I just seen that shit as possible. Shit, I first started thinking about it with my nigga Chris Brown shit back in the day. He was fucking with Rihanna and Karrueche at the same time, and he said shit, he loved both. And that's how I was at that point. Like, shit, I love both. They both had helped me grow in certain ways and shit. But ain't nobody trying to really deal with, they do dating two people at the same time or even conversating on shit like that. That's a touchy issue and shit right there. But for me though, shit, I feel like you could be in a relationship with two people, love two people the same shit, have them deep feelings for both. Shit, you might show one more attention than the other, and that's probably where conflict could come into. But as long as you try to keep that shit equal, and I mean, you know where they stand, shit, just let them know. Keep that shit honest. I see they got a new condom that's made specifically for anal sex. Shit, When it comes to the anal sex, that ain't my thing either. Shit, I'm cool on even doing that with my chick. Shit, I've been cool on that since I was a youngin'. I think I tried it like twice and it just went for me. Like I love pussy. Like shit, it can't nothing compared to the cooch, man. Like shit, ass ain't getting wet like no cooch. Shit, you could put lube in there, but the lube don't feel the same as that natural moist juiciness that's coming from that shit. So they making condoms for anal sex. Man, who wanna do that shit? That shit nasty anyways. And shit, I guess it's supposed to help prevent like the multiple STDs that people could get from butt sex, because it is easier to get an STD. That's why back in the day when AIDS first came out and HIV, they thought it was the gay disease and shit. They thought Magic Johnson was gay back in the day when he first got it. Shit, even Easy E, you see him straight out of Compton when they told him he had AIDS and shit. That nigga straight up said, "Man, I ain't no faggot." And that's because shit, you mainly get it from like having sex in the ass. Like that's the easiest way to get that shit. Um, shit. Other STDs too. I think chlamydia is easy to get that shit. Get a UTI from doing that shit too. Uh, I'm just cool on the whole anal sex. Uh, shit. If you like to fuck in the ass, hella. As a dude, I mean, shit. No offense to you and what you like to do. Shit, people got their own shit they like to do. But if you a dude and you like even fucking your girl in the ass, hella, you probably gay and shit. And speaking of that shit, is it gay for men to listen to girl songs? Like that's the next thing. Uh, and by that, like niggas listening to girl songs and singing girl songs. Like if a chick, say if it's Meg Thee Stallion, nigga, and you over there singing that WAP. I think that's by her and Cardi B. Now if you saying you got some wet ass coochie and shit, bro, you gay singing that. Or if you singing like motherfucking let me think of Sierra, she had a song called Ride back in the day. If you up there singing that you wanna ride in and shit, nigga, you gay singing that shit. Now it ain't no problem though with listening to chick songs. Like if you gonna change the lyrics, like it depend on how explicit it is. Cause like I fuck with Janae Aiko, she cool. But in these songs where she singing about dudes and shit, now if it's heavy on the, she keep on saying shit about dudes, we gonna have to stop that. But if it's just a few lines, I'm finna switch them lyrics when I'm singing it, cause her songs hit. Or even Aaliyah, like she got some songs shit I fuck with. Um, shit, Fergie back in the day, she had some few songs like shit that I fucked with. It was Gwen Stefani, that rich girl. But if I seen that rich girl, I'm about to change that shit to rich boy, nigga. If I was a rich boy, na 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 na. Like shit, you gotta change that shit. Like other than that, that shit is a little wild. Um, what else? Shit, this week, going through your partner's phone, shit, and seeing something you wasn't supposed to. Shit, that shit happened to me this past week. Shit, and I just always think, shit, you probably shouldn't go through your partner phone. Shit, when you do, you always gonna see something unexpected that you didn't want to. And it wasn't even on some like shit I was looking for, nothing crazy. I think I just was getting a picture or something. But I scrolled too far down though. And shit, what I seen, I think it's like a gift type shit. I don't think I was necessarily supposed to see that. I ain't gonna dive too much into it, but it's some cool shit. I think it was something that was supposed to be hidden though. Uh, Me and my girl end up discussing that shit later, but shit, don't be snooping through your significant other phone though. And shit, you always either gonna disappoint yourself or disappoint them. Um, Also with the disappointment, shit, my girl was a little disappointment that I had on gray sweats. And this one for the ladies out there, shit, y'all find what y'all do wearing gray sweats and shit. Cause I know mine's not shit. And it's like I ain't even got the biggest package in the world. Like shit, I don't even want to act like that, but my shit be showing though. I throw on any gray sweats, it's a guarantee that shit showing off. And I wore them shits to work the other day though. And shit, and that just was because I ain't had no other pants to wear. And I'm fine with that shit getting dirty, but when I'm in there, like, my female coworkers constantly looking down. Shit, they come into the aisle I work in. I feel like just to basically look down at that shit, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but when that happened, I'm like, man, I kind of feel uncomfortable. Like, and then there's some gay dude too that work in my job, and he cool peoples. But I feel like that nigga was looking too, and I'm like, bruh, just I'm cool on that shit, man. I don't even roll like that. And then it just made me feel like shit how we do these women. Shit, we be objectifying their bodies and shit. And I ain't gonna never stop doing that. But shit, I could understand why they don't like that shit. Um, would you be fine with your girl getting or shit for the ladies? Like shit, would you be fine with your dude getting a massage from the opposite sex? Shit, me and my girl, we done got massages done a couple times. Shit, both times it's been chicks that did that shit. Cause for me, I ain't let no nigga massage me. Shit, you got me fucked up with that shit. I'm cool on that. Can't no nigga touch me like that unless like, say if I go to the doctor or some shit like that, and he gotta check my nuts or some shit. Cause I feel like the male doctor, he gonna know what's going on. Shit, he got a nut sack just like me. Shit, he's more athletic, strong. Shit, just like most men are than women. It's like nah, but shit, shit. He's a man just like me. I feel like shit, he would know better than a female what's going on. And the same thing for a female, man. She get a lady doctor to check you out. Shit, she would know what's going on with your body more than a man would. But when it comes to the masseuse though, shit, I need a female rubbing me down. Shit, but if my girl, if she wanted a dude instead of a chick, I can't really be mad. Shit, cause I mean I know I want a chick. So shit, if she decides she want a nigga to massage her now, as long as dude ain't doing no extra shit, where they be going in on the butt, they be caressing their ass hella shit, just doing mad shit, dick all in their face, cause them ladies basically, they cooch was like on the back of our necks type shit, we getting our shit done. They was doing hella, like, rubbing ass and everything, like, shit, so, if the dude doing that, hell nah. Shit, my girl, we gonna stop that sap. We up out that bitch. And shit. But other than that, shit, I ain't really got no problems with it. Um, and lastly, any bitch that get her motherfucking body done is insecure. And shit, I got, a couple friends and no shots to them or they ladies, but shit, they girl done got their body done. Like, these niggas, they fine with that. They don't really see no problem with it. I mean, shit. I tell anybody, like, I fuck with that natural shit. Like, if God gave it to you, shit, then God made it for you. Like, don't trade that shit in. Oh, if God gave it to you, God made it for you. He ain't gonna trade it for you. He gonna save it for you. But that shit, man, keep your real shit, man. Work out or whatever shit. Ladies, you trying to get a fat ass, do some squats. Shit, it'll sculpt that ass and it'll sculpt them thighs. Shit, you trying to get your bust looking bigger? Shit, you could do some push-ups. Shit, it's gonna add that muscle into it, make them more round. Shit, it's gonna make them more beefed up, buff now. Shit, I don't really like ladies with hella arm muscles, but shit, even if you trying to, make your arms a little thicker, shit, start just lifting shit more like the squats with the weights though. That kind of just make you more stocky and everything, make you more thick, add body girth and shit and body mass. Like, gotta do them natural ways, man. We don't fuck with that fake shit over here and shit. My girl would never get her body done, and if she do, your boy is out the door, cause we don't fuck with that fake shit over here, man. Shit, but that's all though, I think, for relationships this week. Another new little segment, shit I'm about to be adding in, incorporating time to time, is one called Before Everybody Got So Sensitive. So shit, man, y'all remember back when you could actually dislike a video and it's gonna show how many dislikes is on there on YouTube and shit. They stopped that. Motherfuckers can block comments and all that shit. Stop that. Remember when YouTube wasn't so pussy and they used to let you fucking put that shit on there? And YouTube, don't take me off, don't block me or nothing, shit, cause I need y'all to keep on uploading the videos and shit. But man, shit is getting ridiculous. Like, just, you can't comment certain shit. But same thing with Instagram. Like, shit, I was on there and I was shouting out the assholes, like, from Flagrant 2. You can't fucking put asshole in that shit. If you put anything about gay in the comments, you could call somebody shit fat or whatever. Like they gonna say that shit's bullying. Like just y'all remember when everybody wasn't so sensitive and pussy.
Thanks a lot,
Shit,
Bin
that's all I
Laden.
got for that shit. Lastly, this week we've come to the end, and y'all know what comes at the end: the conspiracies. So, do y'all ever just feel lucky? I mean, it's not really a conspiracy; it's more of a thought, though. I'm like shit, like not necessarily lucky, but the sense of like you just appreciate all the good shit that didn't happen. Like you can truly sit back and see that your life is better than this other person. And I don't necessarily mean it in like no Hitler shit, like I'm better than you type shit. Like none of that. Like but when I see people who they might have grown up and their parents might have passed. They might have grown up where they in a situation where they getting touched. They might have grown up in the foster homes. They might have grown up shit starving, homeless, going place to place. Like I ain't have to deal with that, man. Shit, even for people that their parents wasn't there because they always working and shit. You know, shit. The people that they can truly blame their parents for their problems, even though they shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't blame your parents for everything that's going on with you, even though they are the main ones teaching you shit. You know, eventually you get to an age where you gotta grow out of that. But you know, shit, man, I feel lucky. I grew up. I was able to travel places to place. I done been out of the country multiple times. Shit, I know pretty much damn near everybody around me, bro. They barely been on trips during their childhood. It took them to become an adult to finally be able to do shit. Like I just ain't have to go through that, and it led me to finding in life that like shit, money ain't everything. Cause shit, even when I had it all, man, I still was going through the worst in my mind and shit. Like I was on the toughest of times, and once I found my salvation and everything, and I'll take a deeper dive into that. We're gonna end up bringing specials. I'm gonna end up having some more life specials here soon. We're gonna take a deep dive on finding salvation. But once I was able to find my salvation and shit, I realized that shit, I am lucky. Like I can truly appreciate everything that go on, whether it's bad or good shit. Cause even the bad shit, really, it ain't no loss or nothing. It's just a lesson. Like it's happening to teach you how to not make the same mistake later on, or you can pass that shit along to other people so they ain't fucking up making those same mistakes and shit. And you know, just it make you appreciate things more. Shit, love life more. Shit, live a little bit more freely. Um, you know, shit. Just growing up around the people, I got a homie. Shit, his mom, she always been on some shit where basically alcoholic, drug addict type shit. Like I see people, their parents might have been crackheads, shit, or you see the people, their parents be alcoholics tremendously, where they drinking because like they got their own issues going on, but it's causing them to abuse their kids and take their issues out on them. Them people, shit, they life way more fucked up than my shit was growing up, and I ain't had the best life growing up. I don't want to say that, but no shit, man. You just gotta appreciate everything that happened. Like, I learned so many lessons throughout whatever. Like shit, no matter if that shit good or bad, happy or sad. Um, what else for conspiracies? Uh, this like in the sense of shit. I'm getting married. Y'all know that. I was thinking, how like shit. I don't need no marriage certificate or nothing like that to show that I'm married, because like for me, the day that I got proposed was basically the day I was giving my life to my girl. Shit, we was married that day in my standards. And also shit, having a ceremony and everything, that don't change the way I feel about nobody. Shit, that can't change the way that you feel in a relationship. Like a ring and all that shit, bro. Like I remember back in the day, shit, we used to have the promise rings and shit. I'm like, bro, the promise ring don't mean shit to me. Like, nigga, why the fuck would I even get that shit? I think I got it in my first relationship, but after that, I'm like, to me, it's just a relationship ring. Cause the ring, ultimately, bro, that's just a material type item. That shit don't mean nothing. Like, shit, that shit could be gone, and I'm fine, bro. We still got our life. We still living. As long as, like, shit, we not fucking each other over. We really don't need the marriage certificate. Cause shit, I mean, if you didn't have your birth certificate, shit, would that mean that you're not alive? If they ain't create one for you, do that not mean that shit you wasn't born or whatever? Shit, we don't need no marriage certificate to prove that we married. Um, shit is just bullshit. It's what the society set up these days and everything. It conditioned pretty much everybody to feel like you got to go through the ceremony, which I ain't got no problem with that. Shit. Most people, they do want to have a ceremony. I feel like shit for me, I would keep it small. But, some people want big shit. They really depend on, person to person. Um, but I'm cool on the certificate. I don't need one. But me and my girl gonna go get one. Shit. Get them here for tax reasons and other things. And shit, there's a money play behind it. The conspiracy on this whole thing is they gonna charge you to get the marriage license, right? Which is crazy. So shit, you gotta pay the money just to show them that you love your wife or whatever. Bullshit. If you decide you want to get a prenup, shit, I don't need one because I'm broke. Shit, I ain't got nothing. Shit, I can't justify no motherfucking prenup right now. So, shit, I look like a dumb motherfucker even getting that shit, but they gonna charge you for that, wax you for that. If you decide you want to get a divorce, you don't want to be with this person anymore, you got to go through a lot of legal steps, which more money you got to pay and shit. And then after that, your shit could be broken down. This person could take everything you got, which is just bullshit. It's another way for them to make money off of us, keep us stuck in the motherfucking system. That's some bullshit. You know how I go. Lastly, for conspiracies, I'm gonna say this, and this is for my religious people out there and shit. I feel like Jesus had to be black, and my reason why is because his daddy walked out on him. He wasn't there. Shit, you know how black fathers do their motherfucking kids and shit. But that's all I got for y'all this week. More Life Mondays, where we say what the fuck we want to say. Y'all rate, review, subscribe. I'm your boy Dash Cash. See y'all next week.
Hello
Peace.
world.
Hello world.
My name is Dash.
My name is Dash.
And I be smoking gas.
Smoking gas.
Sometimes I face it.
Sometimes I face it.
Sometimes I pass.
Sometimes I pass.
And if it's